Okay, guys, prepare your box on lesson 1, page 537, statistical questions. Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. Prepare your box, page 537, statistical questions, lesson 1, quickly. Okay. Now, guys, I want to tell you about the statistical question. What is the statistical questions? And when we know that we have a statistical question. Now, to understand it very well, I need 5 students here. So put your hands. I want to ask some students some questions. Sulaiman, Hamza, Rayyan, وأحمد وشكري.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
So we have Sulaiman, وحمزة, وريان, وأحمد وشكري. Okay?
Yes. Okay.
Rayyan, try to unmute.
Yes.
Okay. Now, don't talk, guys. Do not answer anything. So I will ask 2 questions, and I will ask you a student by a student. Okay?
Okay.
Now, all of you guys focus with me here. I will ask first one, Mr. Sulaiman, are you with me?
Yes, Mr. Yes.
Which color do you prefer?
Yellow.
Yellow. So Sulaiman said he preferred yellow. But Mr. Hamza.
Yes.
Which color do you prefer?
Blue.
Blue. Hamza said blue. Right? But Mr. Rayyan.
Black.
Black. Like me, I like black too. Mr. Ahmed Najad.
Black and
Ahmed.
white.
No, give me one color. بسرعة.
Gray.
Gray.
Yes. Between
Okay.
black and white.
Black and white. ماشي. شكري. Which
Yes.
color do you prefer?
Orange.
Orange. So I ask your friends, guys, here, which color do you prefer? Someone said blue, someone said yellow, black, gray, orange, right? So I will go back to Mr. Sulaiman. Are you with me?
Yes, Mr.
I'll ask you another question. What is the capital city of KSA?
It's Riyadh.
It is Riyadh, right?
Yes.
But Mr. Hamza,
Yes.
what is the capital city of KSA?
Riyadh.
It is Riyadh. Mr. Rayyan, the capital city of KSA?
Riyadh.
It is Riyadh. Good. Shukri,
Yes.
it is what?
Riyadh.
Ahmed, it is
Yeah.
what?
Riyadh.
Now let's take a look to the 2 questions here, which I asked for your friends, guys. The first question I said, which color do you prefer? I have different answers. Look here, different answers. Someone said blue, yellow, black, green. So I have different responses. Response means answer for the question. I have different responses for the same question, right?
Yes.
But when I asked your friends, what is the capital city of KSA? All of them, they said
Same answer.
the same answer, Riyadh, right? Means it is a fact. Fact. No one will come and argument with you. Oh no, the capital is this city. No, the capital is this city. No, the capital is one city, which is Riyadh, right?
Yes.
So here we have 2 types of questions. The same question I asked for your friends, all of them answer the same question, but with different responses. And here all of them ask the same question or answer the same question with one unique, correct, true answer, right? So
Right.
here, this type of questions which have different responses, we call it statistical
Question.
question.
Statistical.
Statistical question. And the question which has one unique, extremely, crudely, one correct answer, we call it what? Not statistical question. Statistical question. So this is the statistical question which has different responses. Different responses, we call it vary. Not very, مش very, vary. Vary in English language means different.
Different.
Different. Okay?
اختلاف.
Another question. For example, if I asked Mr. Muhsin.
Yes, Mr.
Mr. Muhsin, which grade you are?
Grade 6.
Grade 6. Muhsin said grade 6. But Muhsin, which
Yes.
animal do you like the most?
Lion.
He said lion. So Muhsin answered this question, which grade you are? He said grade 6. And which animal do you like? He said lion, right? Type. I will ask Mr. Tamim.
Yes, Mister.
Which grade you are?
Grade 6, Mister.
Grade 6. Type. Which animal do you like the most?
Tiger.
Tiger. See? طيب. I will ask Mr. Ahmed Antar.
A bird.
Which grade you are?
6.
Grade 6. Which animal do you like the most?
Bird.
Bird. بحب البird. Okay? So, I asked 3 students the same 2 questions. This one, all of them said grade 6 because it is what? It is fact.
Fact.
But here, I
Vary.
have different responses. I have
That's
vary,
statistic.
not very,
Vary.
vary with A, not E. Vary responses. This one, we call it statistical question. This one is not statistical question. Hope you understand it, guys. But let's go to our book now.
That
Okay?
lesson is like the
Okay.
lesson, like English.
What?
That lesson is like the English.
Yeah, but if you like, I will teach you English also.
Yes,
No,
Mister.
Mister.
Teach us.
Yes, Mister.
Who,
You are.
who teach you English? Which mister?
Mr. Disuqi.
Yes.
Okay, I will tell him that Mr. Grade 6E want me to teach you English, teach them English in place of you.
Mister, you
Yeah.
are smart, Mister. Any subject.
No, I
Yes,
will
you are
tell
a
him.
must.
No
Yes,
I'll
you are
tell
a
him
smart teacher.
Tamim and Shukri wants me to teach them English in place of you, Mr. Ahmad. So bring for them a very difficult final test in English.
No.
No, Mister. Reject,
Yeah.
Mister. We are talking.
We want Mr. Disuqi.
Okay. Now let's go to our book, guys. Let's go to our book. We are on page 537.
Mister.
538.
537 حبيبي.
88 مستر.
وبعدين
example 1 يا مستر. 538.
No.
يا مستر انت التيتشر ولا انا؟ 537 الله يسعدك. يلا. طيب محمد كامل read. Listen guys, listen to your friend. يلا. Muhammad.
The table gives some example of statistical questions and example that
حبيبي
are,
يا معلم.
yeah.
Up here statistics.
Oh, from Learn.
يلا.
Statistics involves collecting, organizing, and interpreting pieces of information or data. One way to
Wait.
collect. Yeah.
Wait, Muhammad. This, what we call it, guys, statistics. I ask a question and I collect data. These answers, these responses, we call it data. Data. Okay? Asking and collecting and organizing in tables and making graphs. This is what we call it statistics. But what I will ask, statistical question, not a statistical question. Okay? Continue.
Yes.
One way.
One way to collect data is by asking statistical questions.
Because if I ask not a statistical question, there is no data. There is only one answer. Which data I will collect, right?
Yeah.
But if I ask a statistical question, I have data to collect. Continue.
Mister, can I close my mic?
يا ابني close يلا. Continue Muhammad.
A statistical question is a question that's answered by collecting data. Answers to a statistical question will vary based on the data.
This is important word. Vary, not very, huh? Vary. Continue.
Vary, yeah, vary based on the data collected.
Hello. Hope you understand that the statistics and the statistical question. Now let's go to the table down, ya Muhammad, and read.
Yes. A statistical question. How many text messages do
in
you...
the table, guys, in the table, they gave me examples of statistical and not statistical. Let's see the statistical questions here.
Yes. A statistical question. How many text messages do middle school students typically send each day?
Yeah, maybe you will send, a student send 20 messages, another send 15 messages, another send 10 messages. Is it conditioned that all the students send the same number of the messages each day, Muhammad?
No.
No. Different. Vary, right?
Yeah.
The second one here. How many?
How many hours per night does a typical teenager spend watching television?
Hello. A typical means the student or the boy or the people which I ask them. Means here I asked Shukri and Rayyan and Ahmed and Sulaiman, Hamza, right? This is what we call them typical students. The students or the people which I ask them the statistical question. Now here, the question said, how many hours do teenagers spend watching television? But all of the teenagers spend the same number or the same number of hours in watching TV each night? No.
No, sir.
For me, I watch TV at night, maybe 3 hours. For you, maybe you will watch 2 hours or 1 hour or half hour or no hours at all, right? So these two questions, we call them statistical. Now let's see the examples of not statistical questions. Read the first one.
What is the height of the tallest mountain in Colorado?
The height of a mountain. Let's assume that it is 200 meters, okay? Assuming. But is the height different if I ask you and I ask your friend?
No.
No. The height of the mountain is still the same. It is a fact. The second one.
How many people attended last night's jazz concert?
We have a concert, like a party yesterday. And let's assume that there is 50 people attend this party. And today I asked 3 people, how many people attend the party? All of them, they will say 50, right? So
yeah.
This is not a statistical question. Do you understand it?
Yeah.
Good. Now, let's go to example 1, page 538, guys. Thank you, Muhammad.
Welcome.
Abdullah.
Yes, Mister.
يلا يا عبد الله, read the example.
Mister, Mister, I don't want to read example one. And the first, we do the fact and the very. Only I do like with you.
Abdullah,
Now,
read example 1. يلا. لو بلشت انرفز انا. بلشت قربت انرفز. وين رحت؟ تعال.
mute his mic.
انا عارف.
You don't want to meet.
Yes, Mister.
عبد الله,
Yes, Mister.
read example 1. Do you hear
Okay.
me?
Yes.
يلا.
Example
ليش
one,
ما
I-
بدك تقرا example 1 طيب؟ لا فهمني بالاول ليش ما بدك تقرا؟
Because الكتاب ضايع.
read with me. يلا. determine
Determine whether or not each question is
statistical question. Okay,
statistical
so we'll
question.
read the question and we will say if it's statistical or no. Okay, Abdullah?
Okay.
Look at this question. How many states are there in the United States? Is it statistical or not statistical?
Statistical.
No, it is not statistical because there is 50 states in the United States. And if you ask anyone, they know the information, he will say 50. They won't be different, right?
Yes.
Question 2. How many states has the typical middle school student visited? This is a statistical question. 3. In what year did Alaska become a state? This is not a statistical question. Like when I ask, which year the school was built? Which year the school was constructed, for example, assuming it is in 1990, for example. Okay, assuming 1990. طيب, if I ask 5 students, all of them, they will say the same answer, right? So this is not a statistical question. Which year, what's the height, which grade, right?
Yes.
Right. The last one, in how many states has the typical adult in your neighborhood lived? Means like when I ask your friends, which neighborhood you live in Riyadh? One, he will say, I live in Al-Izdihar, another in Ulayya, another in Sulaymaniya. So different answers. Data to collect. So this is, we call it statistical. Now let's see the check together and we will answer it by statistical or not statistical. Rayyan, read.
Determine.
Rayyan.
Mr. What?
Yes.
Okay. I know.
Determine whether or not each question is a statistical question.
By the way, guys, we don't want to answer the question. Yani, I don't care about the height of the tallest roller coaster in the world. We are not answering these questions, okay? We just want to say if it's statistical or not statistical, only. Read, Yabni.
What is the height of the tallest roller coaster in the world? How many roller coasters
يا
are
معلم يا معلم روق. يلا, the first one, statistical or not statistical, and why?
the first one?
The first question.
What is
Huh?
not statistical.
Not statistical. The height is known. Go and search it in Google. Not
Yes.
statistical. It won't be different. So the first one is not statistical, right? Like when I say, what is the height of this building? Assume it is 100 meters. Assume. Okay. But if I ask anyone in the street, what is the height of this building? He will say 100 meters. If he know the information, right? If he don't know, he will say, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. But the second question,
How many roller coasters are typically found in an amusement park?
in an amusement park? A day,
Yes.
it can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 0, it can be 1, right?
Yes,
So it is
it's
statistical or not?
statistical.
It is a statistical question. Type 3 on
On average, how many roller coasters does the typical middle school student ride each summer?
each summer. Maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3,
Statistical.
maybe nothing. It is statistical. In what year?
In what year was the tallest roller coaster built? This
In
not
what year?
statistical.
It is not in what year? 1999.
Yeah.
What's the problem? Nothing. So we have only one answer for the last question. So the first one, not statistical. The two in between is statistical, and the last one is not. Copy the answers, guys, and let's go to the second idea. The second idea in example 2, like I'll do some similar one for it in the table on the board. Please focus here, guys. How to turn from data informations to table. For example, if I wanna have this data, for example, 6, 9, 9, 3, 2, 4, 8, 7, and 1, 0, 11. I have data, responses. I can translate it to table, right? Like, for example, here the data and here the number. Here, for example, from 0 to 4, from 5 to 10, and from 11 to 15. Now, I will say from 0 to 4, how many numbers here from 0 to 4? I will count. Can I take this one? No, 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 yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of these from 0 to 4. So here I have 5 responses from 0 to 4. From 5 to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. From 5 to 10, we have 5 responses. From 11 to 15, I have only one response, which is the 11. 1. Now, if I want to know how many typical people I surveyed or I asked the statistical question, I add this 5 plus 1, 5, 10 plus 1, I have 11 responses. And if you count your data, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, same number. This is how we turn from, we just counting and putting the number. Now let's see example 2 have the same idea. Example 2 here, guys, look. This is the given data. See it? 2, 4, 5, 4, 2, 1, 3, 1, 1, 4, 6, 3, 5, 2, 2, 1, 1, and 4. And here, we will turn it to table. Here, number of hours, number of responses. Number of hours, if it's 1, how many ones we have? We count the ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they put 5. How many 2s we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So they put 4. How many 3s we have? 1, 2. So they put 2. How many 4s we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So they put 4. How many 5s we have? We have 2 5s. They put 2. How many 6s we have? 1 6. They put 1. This is how we turn the data by numbers to table. Let's do the check. This is check. Now, in the check, they gave me this data, 14, 12, 6, 2, 1, 0, 10, 6, 3, 4, 5, and they want us to fill the table with it, okay? طيب. Ubay. Ubay.
I want to ask you
Ask.
if if the answer like he asked you يعني how is يعني how many pizza in this box يعني like
Okay.
this if you don't know it, this is statistic.
If you don't know,
No, because Mr. It's unknown. It's randomly put the pizza.
no, هذا not a typical question. If you have a box, okay?
Okay.
It is different subject here, ya Ubay. If we have a box, do you know how many pizza inside it?
No.
No. So how will ask you how many pizza? This is
But,
different thing.
Mr. Like if he asks you.
Look, wait, Yabni, wait. Assume that we have 3 pizza in this box, okay?
Okay.
And I ask you how many pizza, what you will tell me?
3.
And I will ask your friend how many pizza, what he will tell me?
3.
Another one, what he will tell me?
3.
So this one now becomes what? Fact.
Fact.
Not statistical. All of them said what? 3. Do we have different answers? No. But if I ask you, what's the kind of the pizza that you prefer most?
Mr. طيب يعني if all the people say the same answer, it's not statistical.
Yep, not statistical. There is no data to collect.
And Mr. And if you ask us what's the يعني what is it, pepperoni or what?
What is the type of the pizza you prefer? What you will say? What's your type, the favorite type of pizza? You, pepperoni, for example. For me, I prefer chicken. Another one. This is statistical because I have different answers.
The different answers statistical and the same
Exactly.
answer
not
Okay.
statistical.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
Good boy.
Thank you, sir.
Now focus on example 2, guys. Sorry, the check of example 2, page 540. Let's do it بسرعة لأنه I'm running off time. يلا. Who can help me here? Yazid. يلا Yazid. يلا read the example. يلا بسرعة.
Suppose you want to answer the statistical question, how many times does the typical middle school student exercise each month?
حلو. Exercise each month. The data are given. صح يا يزيد?
Yes.
We have 14, 12, 6, 2, 1, 0, 10, 6, 3, 4, and 5, right?
Yes.
And the table is given also. Here the hours, the first one, they want how many hours? Fewer than 4. What we will take from here, fewer than 4?
The 1, 0.
The 1, 0, 2,
and 3.
and the 3. Can we take 4? No.
No.
They want less than 4. So we have the 1, 0, the 2, and the 3. How many?
4.
4 responses, fewer than 4. But from 4 to 7, ya Yazid.
There are 6,
4, 1,
and 4.
2, 3,
4 and 4.
another 4, right?
Right.
But from 8 to 11.
There's only one, which is 10.
There is only one, which is the 10 from 8 to 11. We cannot take 14 and the 12. It's not from 8 to 11. So here we have one response from 8 to 11. 12 or more?
It is 12 and 14, which is 2.
It is only 12 and 14, 12 or more. So how many responses?
2.
2. Now, if I ask guys, how many people we surveyed, we will add these. 4 plus 4, 8. Plus 3, 11. And if you count your data, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, now if you look here, Mr. Yazid, look here. Where is the most responses focused on? Which type, which numbers?
4 to 7 and lower than.
4, 7 and less, right? Here we have 8 responses, and more than 7, we have only how many?
3.
3 responses. Now let's read the question down, guys. Fill the table. 4, 4, 1, 2 by counting. Let's do the question under select. Read.
Select the statement that best represent the data.
C number C.
Right.
Read it.
Yeah. Most students surveyed typical exercises 7 or fewer times each month.
See, we have 80 students less than 7 out of 11, right? So part C is the correct one. And fill the table, please. Now here, guys, your homework. The first part, you will tell me, do not answer the question, guys. The first one said, how many countries are there? I don't know. I'm talking about the type of the question. Is it statistical or not statistical? And the other 3 here, you have data, and you need to fill the data in the table depending on check and example 2. That is the idea of this lesson, guys. I hope you understand it very well. Do your homework, and tomorrow, inshallah, we'll discuss the answers if you have any questions. Thank you so much.
Bye, Mr. See you next time.
And have a good day. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye, Mr. Bye, bye.